Shalom, shalom, shalom. Yasha this your boy, Brother Shamwa Allah, back at you with another quick edifying video. Today's lesson is going to be called, Thou Fool, this night thy soul is required of thee. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory. I want to say, Halal Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. That's all praises to the Heavenly Father, whose name is Yahawah, and his only begotten Son's name, who you ignorantly call Jesus, whose name is Yahawashi, right? And the Holy Spirit, which is the Qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who have ruled well to the Spirit and have fed and edified the sheep in these last days, and has pushed this gospel and this truth to the four corners of the earth in these last days of mighty shalom. Another mighty shalom to all you Akim out there laboring on the highways and the hedges and on the unicorn, which is this internet, pushing this 100% doctrine, this 100% truth to the four corners of the earth in these last days. A mighty shalom to you as well. All right. And I came across this article. It says nuclear bunker sales increase despite warnings they won't provide protection. All right. This is from NPR. The Associated Press. So it says, when Bernard Jones Jr. and his wife Doris built their dream home, they didn't hold back. A grotto swimming pool with a waterfall for hot summer days, a home theater for cozy winter nights. It says a fruit orchard to harvest in fall, and a vast underground bunker in case disaster strikes. Right? It says the world's not becoming a safer place, he said. We wanted to be prepared. It says under a nondescript metal hatch near the private basketball court, there is a hidden staircase that leads down into the rooms with beds for about 25 people, bathrooms, and two kitchens, all backed by self-sufficient energy service. It's like your source. It says with water, electricity, clean air, and food, they felt ready for any disaster, even nuclear blast, at the bucolic home in California's island empire. All right. So, it says, if there was a nuclear strike, would you rather go into the living room or go into a bunker? If you had one, you would go there too. It says, said Jones, who said he reluctantly sold the home 2 years ago. It says globally, security leaders are warning nuclear threats are growing as weapons spending surged to $91.4 billion last year. At that same time, private bunker sales are on a rise globally, from small metal boxes to crawl inside of the extravagant underground mansions. Critics warn these bunkers create a false perception that a nuclear war is survivable, right? They argue that people planning to live through an atomic blast are focusing aren't focusing on the real and current dangers possessed by nuclear threats and the critical need to stop the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction. Right. So first off, right. Yeah, you're here in Babylon, you're not surviving a nuclear blast. Right. And one thing too, it is inevitable. OK, those nuclear weapons are going to be used. All right. These are all things that are in the scriptures, that are prophesied. All right. So I want to just get at that. Right. Your money spent, your money and the different things that you think are going to help you to survive is not going to help you survive in the day of Yahawah, which is the day that these nuclear weapons are going to be used. Okay, to turn this place, Babylon, which is America, into the lake of fire. Okay, because there's going to be so many nuclear warheads, right, from those intercontinental ballistic missiles that are going to hit this place. It's going to turn this place into the lake of fire. There's no survival, right? You can't, you can hide in the bathtub, right? You can go down to your little bunkers, right? But all that is going to be destroyed, okay? And let's just get it, right? So the reason why I called it thou fool, because it reminds me of Luke chapter 12 and verse number 20. All right. Let's get that real quick. Luke chapter 12 and it says the parable of the rich fool. Okay. And let's just read it from the beginning. It says, and one of the company said unto him, Master, speak to my brother that he divideth the inheritance with me. And he said unto him, Man, who made me judge or divider over you? And he said unto them, Take heed and beware of the covetous, for a man's life consisteth not of the abundance of the things which he possesseth. All right. And he spake a parable unto them, saying, it says, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentiful. And he thought within himself, saying, What shall I do, because I have no room where to bestow my fruits? And he said, This will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say to my soul, Soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. Right? And you just think about these people who have this money, right, to build these bunkers, and they're doing all this stuff, right, thinking that everything is going to be good, right, that they can buy their way, into this safety. And that's not the case, right? So let's keep reading about the rich man. But it says, and I will say to my soul, Soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. Right? You can continue to be in wickedness. Right? Like, I got a bunker that I can run to, that I can just run into. I can be as wicked as I want to be. Right? But guess what? At the end of the day, when the alarm sounds, I'm going to just run into my bunker and I'm going to be okay. Right? Let's read on. Verse 20, it says, But the Most High said unto him, Thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then who shall those things be which thou hast provided? Right? So is he that layeth up treasures for himself and is not rich toward the Most High. Right? Ultimately, the Lord punch your number. Right? You're going to do all that. Right? You set up this whole, when you read just with that part, they had a basketball court, they had a movie theater, they had a pool, they had all these different things, right? And then they had the next to the basketball court, they got the what you call it, the bunker. You know what I'm saying? And people are spending this money, thinking that this is going to save them, and it's not. Because guess what? If the Lord requires your soul, nothing's going to stop that, right? And like I mentioned in a video prior, look, the Lord can have you, when this stuff goes down, he could have you all the way on the other side of the other country, right? where you thought you had safety and you had to be, the Lord will have you all the way on the other side. The Lord might have you an hour away from where your bunker is, but guess what? With these ICBM missiles, these intercontinental ballistic missiles, right? When you read about how fast they travel, say it's 2 hours away, right? And it takes an hour, or, however long, right? Some of these missiles, are traveling at speeds up to like 25,000 miles per hour. Okay. It's not going to take long, right? You had Putin recently, telling Ukraine, like, even if I launched one, you couldn't do nothing about it to stop it. I could tell you a day before it happened, and you still, because there's no way you're going to stop, these ICBM missiles, man. All right. So when the Lord wants, to delete you, he can delete you. There's nothing you can't hide and do anything, right? And that reminds me of and what is that? Revelation 6 and what is it, 16? right? It says, let's see. Yep, let's start at verse number 15. It says, and the kings of the earth and the great men and the rich men and the chief captains and the mighty men and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the dens in the rocks of the mountains. It says, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from him and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come. Who shall be able to stand? Okay, nobody's going to be able to stand, right? In the day of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, hey, you know, your money, your bunkers, none of this stuff is going to be able to save you, right? What is that, Ezekiel? Let's get that. Let's go to the book of Ezekiel 7 and verse number 19, right? It says, they shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity, right? You know, you got these people who think because they got money and they can build a bunker that's going to be able to stop, right? And that's what they were saying. Like, you got to understand that, you know, if you're thinking that you're going to survive this thermonuclear heat, this thermonuclear disaster, right? Which is the day of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, when these ICBM missiles, you know, hit this place, that you're going to be able to survive this place here in Babylon. You're not going to be able to survive, right? You had your boy, who was it, Rick Ross, you know, he built his little, by his little house and all this stuff, that he's built a bunker. That's not going to save you, right? This place is going to be utterly destroyed. Okay. And the Lord, and guess what? This nuclear war, it's going to happen. Okay. Because the Lord has created this, let's get it. Isaiah 54 and verse number 16. It says, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals, right? And the smith is, you know, back in the day, like a blacksmith who creates like weapons and stuff, right? So in this day, the modern day smith, right, are these nuclear scientists in these things. So it says, behold, I've created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. What is that waster? That waster is talking about that ICBM missiles, man, nuclear weapons, right? Those thermonuclear ICBM missiles, right? That are going to utterly waste this place, Babylon, all right? That are going to hit this place, okay? It's going to hit Israel, right? But unlike America, Israel will be rebuilt, but this place will be utterly destroyed, okay? It's going to be swept with fire. All right, let's get that. Isaiah chapter 14, verse number 23. It says, I also will make it a possession for the bittern and pools of water, and I will sweep it with the besom of destruction, saith Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Right, you're not going to be able to survive this. Right, the Lord is bringing a broom of destruction. All right, a broom of fire to sweep across this place from one coast to the other coast, right? And you thinking that your bunkers is going to save you, that's not going to save you. All right, that's not going to save you. All right, let's look at it in another comparison, right? Let's go to the G&T says, I will turn Babylon into a marsh, and the owls will live there. I will sweep Babylon with a broom that will sweep everything away. I, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi Almighty, have spoken. Okay? So the Lord is going to sweep this place with the broom of destruction. All right? And with that's talking about those nuclear weapons, you can see how when they impact, what do? That shock wave goes and just sweeps through everything, right? Destroying, burning anything in its path. Okay. Um, Peter talks about it, right? Let's get that. Right. You're not these little bunkers that you have, they're not going to help you in the day of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. All right. This is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 10. It says, but the day of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, right? The sound of the impact of those warheads, right? Hitting their targets here in Babylon, right? It says, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Okay, and everything is made up of elements, right? And what can melt things to the elements, right? It says, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. That's talking about nuclear weapons, right? The Lord has created the waster. This is the waster doing what it's supposed to, this job that it's supposed to be doing. It's not just sitting there collecting dust. The Lord, it has all these things created. Why? Because this is going to be that ultimate day of judgment. All right. It says the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Okay. And how they're going to be burned up? By these nuclear weapons. Okay. But people have this false idea that, guess what? They have money, right? And hey, their minds continue to be wickedness and evil. But guess what? They'll be able to escape the day. And they're not going to be able to escape. Okay? You're not going to be able to escape the judgment of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. All right? What is that? The book of Malachi, chapter 4, and verse number 1. It says, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly, shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi of hosts, and it shall leave them neither root nor branch. All right? Because when the Lord comes through with that destruction, he's coming and he's going to burn everything utterly. All right? What is that? Hebrews 12:29. Right? It says, for our most high power, right? For our power is a consuming fire. All right? How about Shema as a consuming fire, right? And he's created this weapon that's going to do what? That's going to consume and burn, right? And it's going to burn elements, all right? Your bunker, everything that's in there, man. The Lord, that fire is going to reach anything and everything it has to get, all right? Because you got to understand that no matter what you think you can do, you're not going to escape, right? And I brought this out yesterday. We'll bring it out again, right? Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 39. It says, see now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill, I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. Right? So you could pay, 500,000, 20,000, millions of dollars for a bunker. But if the Lord wants you, the Lord is going to get you. Right? That's what he said to the rich man. Thou fool, this night thy soul is required of thee. Okay? Doesn't matter, right? You can try to get these bunkers. You could try to do all that. Hey, but the Lord, if he wants you to go, he's going to have you go, right? If you're here in Babylon, left here in Babylon, you're going to be destroyed. Point blank, period, right? No bunker is going to save you. No amount of money is going to save you. None of that, right? None of that is going to save you from Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi and his judgment, right? It says, reading on, verse 40 says, for I lift up my hand to heaven and say I live forever. If I whet my glittering sword and my hand take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to my enemies and I will reward them that hate me. All right? You can continue to do evil and wickedness, but you're going to be able to survive that by building a bunker. Come on, man. It sounds foolishness, right? It says, and I will reward them that hate me. I will make mine arrows drunk with blood, and my sword shall devour flesh. And it says, and that with blood of the slain of the captives from the beginning of revenges upon the enemy. Okay, but it said that sword shall devour flesh. And that sword is talking about those ICBM missiles. All right, which shall burn with fervent heat, shall burn the elements with fervent heat. How is it going to burn that flesh? Let's go to Zechariah. All right. Let's go to Zechariah 14 and 12, right? It says, and this shall be the plague, right? Wherewith Yahawah, Bahasham Shai, will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. All right? And just imagine, you can be in this bunker, you can be in your house, you can be standing outside, whatever it is. Here, hey, when this destruction hits, you're not going to be able to escape it, right? The plague that is coming upon it, which is this sword, which is the ICBM missiles. All right, during the day of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, people are going to be standing just like Terminator 2, and their flesh is going to get consumed while they stand upon their feet. Their eyes are going to burn out of their sockets. Their tongue is going to melt out of their mouth, right? And their flesh is going to be consumed by what? By that fire. Okay, and your bunker, your money, none of that is going to be able to save you in the day of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. All right. So let's go back to Salakia, Luke, right? Luke chapter 12, verse number 20, right? And it says, but the Most High said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then who shall those things be which thou hast provided? All right. So understand that, right? And I believe in that article it talks about the man he sold his bunker. He sold his stuff. You know, the Lord have you do all types of stuff. You don't even know why you did it. You know, because the Lord made you do it. Because the Lord is going to set you up for judgment. All right. And this day that's to come, right? You know, people are talking about, you know, it's not going to happen. Well, it's going to happen, right? It's been prophesied, right? That this place, you know, Babylon is going to be burned by nuclear. Those nuclear weapons are going to be used, right? When you read the book of Jeremiah, it tells them to shoot their arrows and spare none, right? They're not going to waste any arrows. They're not going to hold back for layeth. No, they're going to be shot. The Lord is going to put the spirit upon these nations to shoot against this whore, which is America, right? And burn this place with fire. And your bunkers and your different things, hey, none of that's going to be able to stop in the day of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Right? When you watch the videos of these nuclear, when they hit, they leave these craters like, you know, I'm talking about deep. Okay, this stuff is a consuming fire. All right, that's gonna take it out. All right, so you know you putting your false hope in these things that cannot save you. You know, and ultimately, you know, and you have our people, you know, the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? You're following the ways of Esau, and you're gonna feel the wrath of the judgment of the Most High. All right, you're gonna feel that wrath, that indignation that is poured out without mixture, right? Like Revelation 14 and 10 says. All right, because you're gonna be following the ways of Esau. You're gonna try to put your trust in everything else but Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, right? So you're gonna go out, you're gonna get the MOTB, right? And you think you're gonna be good, right? And the Lord is gonna bring destruction upon you, right? And the enemies, right? And you become an enemy because you have chosen the ways of Him, and you have chosen to think that Salakia, you can buy your way out of salvation and continue to be wicked, man. All right. So I just wanted to do this quick lesson. Like I said, I saw the little article, about the bunkers, the surge, right? And just think about it, man. You got these people who are making this money, and they're already saying that they already know that this stuff is not going to save them, right? But hey, what does it say? It's I believe at the end of the article it said that it's a falsehood of security, right? It's just a security thing. People think they're going to feel safe. But there's going to be nowhere safe in Babylon when destruction comes, when the day of Yahawah comes, right? The only safety is going to be when Yahawashi returns with the angels, to beam up the elect out of this place, out of the destruction, all right? Because that brewing destruction is about to be sent out, right? To utterly destroy this place, all right? Matter of fact, what does it say? Let me get that real quick, Salakia. I'll probably close it out. Jeremiah 51. Salakia. I had it on here. Let's just see real quick what we got. Jeremiah 51. And let's see. I could read any one of these. There was one that I was looking for, Salakia. Here we go. Let's just this one, 29. Right? Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 29, it says, And the land shall tremble and sorrow, for every purpose of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi shall be performed against Babylon, right? Which is America, right? Modern day Babylon, right? Modern day Egypt, right? To make the land of Babylon a desolation without inhabitant, okay? So anybody thinking that they're going to dwell here, they're going to make it through, the nuclear destruction and think they're going to survive, it's not going to happen, all right? 62, this is what I wanted. It says, And then shalt thou say, O Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, thou hast spoken against this place to cut it off, that none shall remain in it, neither man nor beast, but it shall be desolate forever. Okay? Because this place is going to be utterly destroyed. Anything that's left here in Babylon, when those ICBM missiles are fired and they hit this place, you're going to be destroyed. Right? Man or beast, man. All right? And it's going to, like John the Revelator he saw the lake of fire, right? Which was Babylon on fire, right? Through those ICBM missiles and through Yahawashi and the angels and the chariots and the weaponry that they have, making this place most desolate, burning the whore, like Revelation 17 talks about, burning her flesh with fire, burning this place up, man. All right? This place is going to be on fire for a long time. All right? And like you read, and after that fire ceases, this place is going to be like a marshland. This place is going to be a desert. All right? All right, so no one's going to survive, right? Your bunkers, none of that stuff here in Babylon. All right. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory. I want to say, Halal Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash. Peace and blessings to the elect of the 12 tribes scattered abroad. And mighty shalom to the 144,000 men. To the rest of the elect, stay diligent, stay focused. Keep praying for one another. Right? And understand, man, we got to get ourselves together, man. Right? Like 2 Peter 3:11 says, knowing all these things, of the fire, the destruction that the Lord is coming to bring to this place, what manner of person ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? All right. And with that, I want to say shalom.